Welcome back to Popes and Pilots. Let's play some more Victoria 3. We're playing as Algeria. We're going for the Barbary's back achievement, which only requires us to grab a little province over here. Unfortunately, the province we have to grab is from France, so we'll see about that. We're trying to learn the game. I have played a little bit off screen, off stream, not on video, I suppose, previously, but I'm really an utter and dire noob at the game still. One of the reasons we're playing as Algeria is because I want to play something limited in size, where we don't have to deal with tons and tons of different, same systems, but in a more limited space. So maybe we can learn the systems before we dive deeply into bigger things. We just, at the end of last episode, got a defensive pact with the two Sicilies. We also declared interest in Italy, so that maybe once that declared interest is done, completed, I suppose, we can trade with them and maybe get a trade agreement going. That would be very, very nice. The other thing is that I have reloaded the game because somehow we were not getting our convoys, and I just hope that this number here will now fix itself now that we have done a reload. It might not. I don't know what's going on there. It might be correct, but plus 200s ending up in 100. Wait, am I misreading this? No, it can't be. I thought for a moment that maybe available convoys was just the ones that we don't use. But this adds up to 201. And it is saying that we need more. We need more convoys for our import routes or export routes. Let's hope this fixes itself now. We do want to start importing wood kind of soon. Oh, how? Just lost a bunch of influence. Oh, the defensive pact with two Sicilies costs us 225 influence just for having it. I think in that case we're going to stop improving relations with the Ottomans. I didn't check what the impact of negative influence was, but it's probably not good. We are generating that interest in Sicily, right? It should tell us about the interest being established. I think Senegal interest deactivated, Italian interest activated. So now I assume we get. Okay, it's probably apparently terrible to import wood from the two Sicilies, but we technically could. Okay, that's something. Why are they not on this list then? Sicilian market is not here, right? Where's the Sicilian market? Papal, Tuscan, Sicilian. Why does this? What's that symbol telling me? What's the difference between the Qing market and the Sicilian market? I don't understand. Don't understand. Well, let's give it a moment. And yes, I do want to start construction again in a moment too. It's just that we are still accruing some money there to be able to fund it properly. How are things doing anyway? Our furniture manufacturers is, our manufacturee singular is doing okay. We're subsidizing it, but we're not actually spending any money on that, so that's good. It is being positive. Our textile mill is doing well. How about our livestock ranches? Yeah, these have recovered too. This is all good. Nice. So economy is coming up. That's great. Yes. Let's pass a little time. I always feel bad when I'm just passing time and not doing anything, but it feels somewhat correct in this case. Just get a little money in here. We have 131,000 in gold reserves. Seems kind of decent to get one building done now. Sure. Let's just say yes. It means we're gonna have to import wood, and it's gonna have a lot of other potential things going on. We were talking about building a a paper mill. Weird without having wood, but I think it's still fine to do. It claims it's going to lose money. It's probably going to lose money. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully it won't lose us money. We have a thing we want to do. We'll use this paper and then it might not lose us money in the end after all. So now we're going to need tons of wood, right? Wood is expensive. We need an import of wood. Our available convoys have fixed themselves finally. Good. Import that wood from, but ideally the Sicilian market. I'm going to do the Sicilian market. It's not going to be enough wood probably, but it's not wood. It's not none wood. It's 90. And this might bring our mutual thingy mob up so far that we can go for a trade agreement soon. If that works, then we have no more issue with bureaucracy. So let's give this a little moment. I don't know how much time this needs to add up to the volume. Could become the protectorate. I don't really want to do that. For one, I like being independent. And for another, I do not want to join a customs union yet, because it means we join their market, and then we're not going to have enough or as much opportunity to learn about market, or the way markets work. Volume of trade routes is going up. I mean, I get why you would make these things scale up slowly, so you don't just open up a trade route, get the modifier, do the diplomatic interaction, then end the trade route again. But I do kind of wish it gave me some sort of information on whether this is still going up, whether this is our current maximum. I don't know. Do I need to do more trade routes? I mean, it does seem like we do need more trade routes, but still. I wish it told me. We're also very, very close with France. Oh, relations does help, do help. So it's not just attitude. If you go to amicable, that's also helpful. So really we'd like you to be, how is our relationship to you? Amicable. Was that already part of the trade agreement proposal? Yes, it was. Fine. So we just need to trade more with the French and the Sicilians. As long as there's no money on the line. Anyway. So, do we want any of these technologies? That doesn't really seem useful. Tools are still a problem for us, although we might go for an iron mine at some point. We might go for colonization here. That, or just get minting first. I think I want to go for minting first, or banking. It's just free money. The earlier we get it, the more free money we get. Ooh, radicals are going up. We don't like that around here. It's probably because of the price of things going up. Are we subsidizing the thing now? Apparently not. No, we don't seem to be subsidizing yet. That's good. Import routes. Import or export. Exporting wine to the French was good. I don't love the export route to the Spaniards. It's a decent amount, but it's not helping us with improving our relations to anybody that matters. Same goes for the liquor from Egypt. The clippers come from France, so that does help. If I were to export wine to somebody more useful, slightly positive with the Sicilians. It's not a great trade, and we have bureaucracy to think about, right? So we're not actually super interested in doing that. And we imported, what is it? I'm looking for liquor. Liquor really doesn't come from anybody that we like. That's not greatly useful. Let's have a look at what we really need in our country. We just need more wood. More grain, although we just learned about the fertilizer, so we're going to have a look at that in a moment. It's really just wood. We have to do another import route for wood. Are we importing wood from the French yet? We're not. Oh, we'd be getting a lot more from the Ottomans. Unless that French route upgrades. I think I'm going to go ahead and buy this French wood. we're gonna have to see about bureaucracy. 18.9% tax waste does not sound great. Then again, who knows? What's the other thing? Right. We got two upgrades. We can have our livestock ranches go to intensive grazing, which means they eat more grain, but they produce fertilizer and do produce extra fabric. And then the wheat farm could use the fertilizer to produce more grain. We employ more people, they should be making more money. I think it's, so far when I've done it, it's always been good. So we're just gonna go ahead and do this. Let's see what that does to our companies here. Livestock ranches, yeah, look at them doing well. I don't quite know what productivity actually measures. Does it tell me? Tell me, game. Relative measure of how much economic value building generates per employee per year. Taking count weekly revenue generated from production, subtracting the expenses, yes, dividing by the total workforce and multiplying by 52. I love that. The full formula is in there. That's great. The difference between productivity and average annual wage is the building's weekly balance, also known as profit. Okay. And the nice thing about that profit, I mean, profit is cool, but even if the building is neutral on profit, it means that the productivity is going straight to the workers, which is good for us. It increases their standard of living. It's great. Obviously, profit is great. I don't know who actually gets profit, though. 1.87 from positive balance goes to cash reserves. That's their cash reserves of the building itself. Ownership shares. And a tiny, tiny bit goes to our investment pool. I don't know ownership shares. Pop through the ownership shares. Gain the money. Own the building. How ownership shares are apportionate, determined by production methods and laws. Okay. So I assume right now it all goes to the landowners. Don't know that we can see that. But I'm pretty sure that's exactly what's happening here. So tell me maybe in the employment. No. Not sure. But I mean, it's, I think, almost clear that that's going to be what's happening there. You can even see who's working at your company and who's getting how many wages. Of course, we're paying the aristocrats the most. Why does he have a spear? Is that a spear? Looks like a spear to me. Weird. Anyway, irrelevant. Let's continue with the game. How often do I have to unclick this current situation information? I'm losing only a tiny bit of money. That's actually pretty good. How's that happening? Did our income increase a lot? I think I can see the graph for that, can I? Yeah. No, revenue is even reduced. So expenses must just be not that high. Yeah. Probably our wood import is helping a lot with the price of wood. Wood makes sense, right? How's wood doing in our country? Yeah, it's almost balanced. Nice. Even though we're producing. That's pretty good. Clearly we need more clothing production. But we should have more fabric now, don't we? We have positive fabric. Price of fabric is low. So we should probably be looking into upgrading our clothing factory after the paper mill. And yes, I'm still aware that we're deeply in bureaucracy debt. So maybe upgrading. Oh, we're just gonna swap. Yeah. We'll swap. Yes, we're gonna swap. Once we have the paper mill done, we're gonna swap our government administration to using filing cabinets, using that paper and giving us a bunch more bureaucracy. That's gonna be grand. What I really want to do. Wait, down on convoys again? Must be importing a lot of wood there. Market, trade routes, quiet 178. So we have enough to fulfill what we need right now. We would need more. So the French import route would like to upgrade, but we don't have the convoys to upgrade it even more. These wine routes are taking a lot of our convoys. But they do keep the price of wine up, which is good because it helps our wine industry. think this is all fine. We're trading so much. Surely you'd be interested in a trade agreement? -10. So close. So close. And you? All of the Sicilies? Okay, the volume is no longer going up. So we definitely need more trade routes there. We got mass communication for free just from it spreading. Bonus to authority, which we're not really using. Banking is now spreading to us, which is okay. We're also researching banking, but we seem to be so far behind in technologies that whenever one technology spreads to us, immediately something else starts spreading. So I don't think it's a waste to also research something that is spreading. That's what I'm trying to say. If you're somewhat even with other people around, then that's probably different. Somehow got a lot more influence now. We're not improving relations to anybody but Spain anymore. Did we complete France? Maybe we did. We are at amicable, which is 50. Yeah, that's the maximum you can get from improved relations. It's kind of interesting compared to EU4. In EU, you get a maximum you can get from one specific action. So improved relations gives you a maximum of plus 100 if it's not a subject in EU4. Here, you can use improved relations to get up to plus 50. Not a plus 50 from improved relations, but you get to a relationship point of 50 and not more with improving. It's different. Kind of interesting. Rural folk are now happy folk, which gives us logging industry throughput, which is funny because we don't have any agriculture, and ranchers. Okay. And we're still lacking real options to do politics in our country at the moment. Well, that'll have to be okay. We're actually making money, even though we're constructing and we're having 10% tax waste. That's very, very good. Nice. Standard of living is going up something fierce. Well, something fierce, but better. We got loyalists again. Good. Good. Things are looking good, so I'm looking forward to them going bad soon. Material reserves. Dutch Italy interest removed. Okay, that's fine. It tells us this, I think, because we have an interest in Italy, but our interest is not a competitive one. It's just that we want to trade with the two Sicilies. That's all. And we're done constructing. With all the money we have, I think I'm going to straight go into, well, two things. We want to set our government administration to be using filing cabinets. So we actually have use for that paper from our new paper mill. Didn't give us as much bureaucracy as I thought it would. We had minus 25, but this might still need input goods to go up. So I think it's probably fine. What else do we want to do? I think I wanted to upgrade furniture manufacturing. No, textile mill, right. It's very, very productive. We need more clothing, and we have the input good. Let's up this one. And I assume we're going to see this go up in a moment. Paper was expensive for a moment, but our company is producing. Surely. Paper mill. How are you doing? Still hiring people, so they're not at full production just yet. Losing a little bit of money. Let's have these subsidized just in case. We don't want our paper mill to go bad. And it kind of goes back into our pockets because, as I explained before, the price of paper influences how much we pay for paper. So if we keep the price of paper down by subsidizing, then we're kind of getting that money back because we're the ones buying the paper. At least that's the idea. Clearly we're not using as much paper as I thought we would. How is paper availability in our market? Yeah, we actually have plus 20 there. We need more services, heavily. And I mean, I would be looking for more bureaucracy. Which is weird. The issue with going for more bureaucracy is that once we get the trade agreement here, we're going to get a bunch of extra bureaucracy, and we're very close. And Also, we're kind of limited by the amount of clippers we have in our trading and by the level of our port. So there's a lot of extra that would go into going higher in our government. On the other hand, using paper seems... I mean, having paper we don't use is bad. Are you going to tell me somewhere what paper is used by? Arts Academy, Government Administration, University, and Skyscraper. We only have government administration. So it's really just... We're going to need bureaucracy. It's just... You do need to... Yeah, I'm not going to try the same code again because I'm going to fail it again. But we must expand bureaucracy. Which is a development building? No, it's an urban building. Government administration. We don't have enough qualifications. More aristocrats. Ugh. Hate them. But hey. We might be able to swap this to other ownership, yeah. If we have the technology or the law for hereditary bureaucracy, or bureaucrats, then we use less aristocrats or fewer and more actual bureaucrats. All seems like a great thing to have. Same here maybe? No, that just uses the amount of clergymen. I'm gonna build one. Well, right now we're building the textile mill, but afterwards we can just queue it. It doesn't cost anything being queued. I'm just gonna queue a level of government administration here. And then I want to see whether there's something else we could import from the two Sicilies to get our thing going. How many convoys? We have very few convoys available. But you would like to import clothing. I don't like that very much. Also, it's not very profitable, so let's not do that. Luxury clothing from the Sicilian market. 7 convoys, sure. It's not high volume, but maybe it gets us over the hump. 3 points. Just a little more. Just a little more. I mean, we could definitely be looking into replacing one of these routes with a Sicilian one, because France is currently not working out quite as well. Oh, it's super close too, though. Super close. That liquor from Egypt. Egypt is mobilizing. Why? Well, they're not gonna attack me, are they? If I were to import stuff from you, what was I looking at? I was looking at liquor. You could also be looking at opium or what's the third one? The replacement good for liquor was opium or some other intoxicant, which I completely forgot about. Where's liquor? Where's my liquor? There. Liquor. Liquor. Intoxicant needs tobacco or opium. So, is there any opium import from? No. And what about tobacco? Not really. So liquor would be the option. Actually positive on the liquor import from the Sicilian market. Let's do this. And I'm gonna cancel the liquor import from these Egyptian folks. It's gonna hurt us a little bit because it's a lot more liquor being imported here. And it's a lot more of a profitable route, but it uses so many convoys, and we want the relationship there with the... Oh yeah, this upgrade immediately. Oh, they immediately approach the trade agreement. That's definitely what I want. Which means that all our trade routes with them are now free of bureaucracy cost. And vice versa, of course. Okay, do we want colonizing? I mean, do we? We did just get a bit of free bureaucracy. We could look into maybe getting academia, so we have potential to get better at education. I think empiricism gives us next year. I mean, education is not not interesting. Don't know that we're super needed right now, though. Who needs education? But of the production ones, I don't think any of them are particularly interesting. Tools. But if we want to get steel, then we need coal. It's a whole can of worms. Maybe go for colonization. I don't know whether we can afford colonization or anything. I have very, very little experience with colonization. But it would be kind of nice, we turn off this lens here, to colonize into some of these places. If that's possible. It's impossible, but something here was not, right? You are not impossible. Unfortunately, I don't think that there's going to be a lot of room for anything to be built there. Yeah, Tuat just has some room for livestock, but no proper resources. We were to go through there then. A dark would give us coal mines. Oh, maybe that's our way into Africa, actually. Maybe we try to colonize through Tuat into a dark, and then we start grabbing African resources. Wood will still be a problem for a while. But surely, some logging camps could be done in Mossy. Good on Mossy. Damergram. So it's not impossible to start getting into the Africa. I like the idea. Let's try to do that. No clue if that's even potentially even at all possible. But so what do we do with our extra bureaucracy? We have a few convoys, not a ton of convoys, but a few convoys available. We're importing a crud ton of wood. And you really want me to import clothing, but soon that's gonna be changed, so I think I'm fine on that for now. Kind of need more liquor for our people. It's not saying it would be a good import route. But if I do that manually, I say get me more liquor from somewhere. These are not terrible routes. Could just talk to the Egyptians again. Prefer the French. Still the French. It's not remotely as possible. Possible? Profitable. But it might just get us over that hump eventually. -11. Diplomatic play. Russia making Circassia a dominion. Okay. You do you. Unproductive trade route? No. No longer. Let's have a quick check of our buildings. Our paper mill is not doing great. It's kind of reasonable because the price of paper is kind of low. It's not much higher value than wood. The 29 wood that go in costs 658 ducats. We only turn that to 771 ducats of paper. And we have to pay wages. Why do we have a positive balance? And we're still subsidizing. Because it can't pay for the full employment. This will become, it's fine. We have the money right now, and this will be better once we get into, once we upgrade our government administration once more. Seems reasonable to me. Clipper prices still being nuts. Okay. Right. Standard of living slowly but surely going up. I say surely. We're going to do some sort of thing and then everything's going to drop down. But, you know, gotta keep an eye on those things. I'd really like to do some more French work here. Now, we could upgrade our port to have more convoys. But that means we have another building to pay for. And we also probably need more clippers then. which we may or may not be able to import. It's still something we should be looking at because the sea does seem very relevant to us for all our imports and exports. All right, we just saw the building completion of the upgraded textile mill. So let's have a quick look at how that one's doing. Employing people, making money, fully employed, still making money. Very nice. The price of clothing, losing some money for a moment there. Price of clothing went down to medium level, which is good overall. I mean, it's not that great for the textile mill, obviously. It's a lot less productive now. Look at that, average earning per employee going down like crazy, which is obviously bad. It's probably going to generate some radicals. On the other hand, we are now... people can buy more clothing and do so more cheaply, which should be good for overall standard of living, one would think. Because they have clothing and they have to spend less money on it, which is good. Yeah, we see clothing no longer being in the rough balance. It's almost at equilibrium. Unlike our furniture, wood still a problem, of course. Liquor. How does liquor get produced again? I believe it's made in farms. Is that right? Not with this. Not with this. I'm mistaken. I thought, no, this just produces wine. Where's liquor produced again? Surely not in a livestock ranch, that would be disgusting. Well, isn't there like fermented goat's milk or horse's milk even in some cultures as, well, I don't want to say liquor, but as an alcoholic intoxicant? That's wine. I want to have a look at liquor though. Wait, we're actually making wine? Really? Oh, because we're selling a ton. Our trade routes actually want more wine than we have. That's cool, actually. It means our wheat farms should be more productive. So we're not lacking liquor then? Am I just blind? No, there it is. There's the liquor. What I wanted to see was produced in food industries, rye farms. See, I knew farms could produce liquor. It's just not our wheat farms, but rye can do it. Makes sense. Food industries, though. I mean, that's something we should be looking into eventually. We're almost balanced on wheat, which might mean we want to expand both our wheat production and our liquor production then. Well, expand. We don't have any liquor production yet. Sunni Lima wish to strengthen our ties to the Tunids. Oh, to Tunis. What's a Tunid? Improve relations to Tunis by 30. Sunni Lima get strength and interest group approval. Or Algeria first, Sunni second. I mean, as much as I'm not into nationalism, I'm also not much into any sort of strict religion. So this, well, let's not look at the actual content of this. Just look at what it does. I don't necessarily want to strengthen the Sunni Ulema. I don't really care much about our Tunisian relations. And I like the intelligentsia being better, so let's just do that. That's what comes from actually reading events and trying to understand what's happening. No, don't do that. Just look at the effects, the gameplay effects, and deal with that. And 9 times out of 10, that'll be all you need to know anyway. Alrighty. We should put a cut in here, but I kind of want to see that once we get the government administration increased, that our paper mill starts doing better. And I think I'm going to queue up an actual food factory. See if we can make that work. Because if we get the food industry to be decent, that also means that we might be able to go for that iron mine and then start some canning and get better industry. Okay, government administration has expanded. It does not seem to be producing bureaucracy yet, but surely that's going to come soon. Yeah, there it comes. And surely our paper mill is going to start doing better, right? because of the price of paper going up. Okay. Colonial affairs. I think we're going to look into that next episode. Things I'm going to have to remember to do that. Which I might not, because I'm going to not immediately record after this. Scrap technology we still need here. So let's have a quick look at that. Fine. I know we're over time, but I'm going to have to do it. So we should now be able to... No? We can't go for any of these colonial laws because our people don't care for it. We don't have anybody in government, neither a ruler nor an interest group we have in our government that actually cares about colonial stuff. Nobody seems to hate it, do they? No, the rural folk don't like it at all. -20 for either one? Yeah. We might have to be able to be willing to deal with that. What does the colonial exploitation do? Less output in unincorporated states, so colonies essentially. Less starting wages too. Less tension decay. So tension sort of is a balancing factor against colonization. You don't want that to go too high. We can talk about that later. 13 bureaucracy cost per level of colonial institution. Okay. More throughput. I just want to understand what the difference between these two is. More colonial growth when you have resettlement, more migration attraction there. None of the negatives from here. So neither reduced output nor reduced wages nor reduced tension decay. I think I prefer the resettlement. Even though it's going to be harder to get through. Well, but not much harder. Same amount of opposition. There's a tiny bit more of support for this law, thanks to the industrialists, but they're not very powerful in our country at this point. So it's not going to be highly relevant. Tempted to look into colonial resettlement once we have industrialists in our country, or in our government. Not industrialists, the other guys, the military. Which we could do, probably. Politics, government. It's really not smart to go into government mechanics at the end of this episode. But just a quick look. So we could reform our government at any time. It's going to generate some radicals, depending on how we do it. If we were to say we want to bring in the armed forces, oh, that hurts our legitimacy a ton. Because the government is too big. If we remove the Sunni Ulema, it would be terrible. If we remove the... Oh, actually removing the landowners doesn't hurt all that much. Interestingly enough. Not sure about any of this. So legitimacy, I think they reformed it, or maybe they're planning to do. It has an effect on the speed at which you can enact laws. There might be other things there as well, but I don't know. So something like this would technically allow us to start implementing colonization. It's pretty rough on the legitimacy. We're gonna annoy the rural folk somewhat, something fierce, which would give us reduced technology spread, which we don't like. We could be looking at these leaders and look if there's any leader here that would prefer colonialism. Because if we could get them in, that would also allow us to do the law, I believe. Professional army, police, slavery. You want no colonial affairs on the rural folk. I mean, that makes sense, I suppose, because they just don't like it. And you are in our government right now, and we can't do it, so you're certainly not doing anything about it. Well, the intelligentsia are not here. No, they are here. What? Oh, the industrialists are not here because they're marginalized. Kind of wish we could see them, but I don't know that I can see marginalized groups. I think we need some more movement in our political affairs before we can do anything in that direction. All right, let's put a cut in here. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy what you're seeing, please do hit that like button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and if you have anything to say, please do so down there in that comment section. Thank you for watching. See you folks next time.